How Traction by Gino Wickman transformed the way that I run my businesses. Hey, it's Matt Haycox here, and today I want to talk about a book that's absolutely changed the way that I think about business, and that is Traction by Gino Wickman. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to have a playbook for systematized business success. More output, more money, and all with a lot less stress. If you're an entrepreneur like me, you've probably been through the highs of success, but the chaos of trying to keep everything running smoothly. I've been there far too often and for far, far too long. But this book, it woke me up to something that I've overlooked for years, and that's the power of running a business by systems. I've built and grown businesses, but honestly, I just wasn't doing this part right. But Traction, it's helped me see where I'm going wrong, and it gave me a framework to fix it. So we're going to walk you through what this book is all about, what I learned, and why you need to pick this up too. First, let's talk about the problem that Traction addresses. Most entrepreneurs, myself included, start with a great idea and hustle hard to make it happen. But as the business grows, that hustle doesn't scale. You end up putting out fires all day instead of working on the bigger picture. Sound familiar? For years, I thought my problem was that I was hiring the wrong people or that I needed to work harder. But the truth was much simpler. I just didn't have the right systems in place. I mean, to be honest, I didn't have any systems in place. My businesses were relying on me instead of running independently, and that is a recipe for burnout and for failure. So what's the solution? Traction introduces the Entrepreneurial Operating System, or EOS as it's known. It's a simple, practical framework for running your business. The idea is that every business needs 6 key components to run smoothly. Number 1, vision. You need clarity on where your business is going and how you're going to get there. Number 2, people. You need to have the right people in the right seats, no compromises. Number 3, data. Metrics and numbers that give you a clear picture of your business's health. Number 4, issues. A process for identifying, prioritizing and solving problems. Number 5, processes. Documented systems for doing the key things in your business. And number 6, like the title of the book, turning your vision into action with accountability and execution. Now, when I read this, it was like a light bulb moment. I realized I've been running my businesses on gut instinct and effort instead of structure and systems. Now let me give you some examples of what Traction taught me and how it's changed the way that I work. Now, number 1, the Vision Traction Organizer, or VTO as it's known in the Traction world. And this is a 1-page plan that lays out your core values, your 10-year target, your 3-year picture. And for the first time, I sat down and I clearly defined where I wanted my businesses to be. This gave me and the team a clear direction. Secondly, the People Analyzer tool. This tool forces you to evaluate whether your team members share your values and are actually in the right roles. I mean, I realized I had talented people in the wrong seats, which was creating friction and inefficiency, but realigning these roles has made such a massive difference. Number 3, scorecards and rocks. Now, the book emphasizes tracking metrics weekly and setting quarterly priorities, or rocks as they call it. And before this, I had goals, but I had no real way to measure the progress. But implementing scorecards has helped me see what was working and what wasn't, and it really helped to hold my team accountable. And number 4, the Level 10 meeting. This is a structured weekly meeting where you review your numbers, you tackle issues, and you keep everyone aligned. I mean, historically, meetings typically overrun with tangents or fail to address the things that really need resolving. But this process made them so productive and so focused. Issues got solved faster, and everyone knew exactly what to do next. So look, here's why all of this is so important. Without systems, your business relies on you for everything. And if you're always in the weeds, you can't focus on growth or strategy. But EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System, turns your business into a machine. Each component works together and the machine can run without you constantly cranking the gears. I mean, this isn't just about making life easier, it's about building a business that can scale and survive for the long term. Look, take it from me, not having systems cost me time, energy and so much money over the years. I mean, if I'd have implemented EOS earlier, I could have avoided so many headaches and had so much more money. Now, if you like Traction, Gino Wickman has a whole series of books to delve deeper into these concepts. He's got Get a Grip, which is a fictionalized story about a company implementing EOS, and it's really great for understanding how it works in the real world. He's got Rocket Fuel, which is a book that focuses on the relationship between the visionaries and the integrators, which are 2 key roles in any successful business. And if you're an employee, this is a great book. What the heck is EOS? It's just a simple guide for team members to understand and adapt to the system. For me, Rocket Fuel was a game changer because I've always been the visionary, the big picture guy, but I learned that I really needed an integrator, someone who thrives on the operations and the details, and they can turn my ideas into action because I can't be both. Look, if you're an entrepreneur who's feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or like your business has hit a ceiling, you need to read Traction. I mean, this is not theoretical MBA babble. It's practical, no bollocks advice that you can implement right away. It's about building a business that works for you, not one that traps you. And trust me, once you start implementing these systems, you'll wonder how your business ever ran without them. So, there you have it. How Traction by Gino Wickman completely changed the way that I run my businesses. If you've read the book before or you've ever used EOS, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But if you haven't, then I highly recommend that you pick up a copy today. If this video gave you value, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, systems don't just create structure, they create freedom.
Hey, Matt here. Just interrupting myself quickly to say thank you for listening to No Bollocks. But did you also know I've got another podcast, Stripping Off with Matt Haycox. Very different. No Bollocks is the quick daily business tactics that you need. But Stripping Off, we go deep, deep, deep with a CEO, with a celebrity, with an athlete, with just an international, inspiring character. We find out what makes them tick, we find out how they got to where they got to, and we find out how you can learn and benefit from them too. So jump on over to Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, wherever you listen to your content, and I'll see you on a future episode.